Hi, George here with a fast trick on how you can change the color of a t-shirt to a swatch. We'll be making a swatch like this over here and then changing our t-shirt color to match that, and then also removing the background just like that. Very easy, and this also can be applied to changing the colors in anything else if you want to match a swatch. Okay, let's go ahead and see how this is done. I'm going to remove all the things that we don't need over here. There we go. Let's get rid of everything. So we're back down to the basic level. I'll get rid of the layer mask as well. There we go. So here's the original image. And before we start this project, if you want to learn a lot more about how to use Photoshop Elements instead of just the few videos I do here on YouTube, I have a complete training course for this, and I'll put a link for that in the description. Okay, our first step in here is to make a selection around the t-shirt. Now we actually need two selections because I want to have the coat hanger part separate from the t-shirt part. That way we can change the t-shirt color but still keep the coat hanger in there and remove the back wall. So we'll start off by going up here to the select menu and let's do a subject select. If you have an earlier version of Photoshop Elements and you don't have subject select, then just use the polygonal lasso tool and make a careful selection just around the t-shirt just like that. And I'll zoom in and let's go ahead. We'll use that polygonal lasso tool right now. I want to make a selection that takes out the coat hanger in here. So here's our polygonal lasso tool. I want to remove this. So let's change our setting down here to subtract. And I'll start right here and just make a very careful selection right around the end of that coat hanger. Now you can see a little bit of the bottom of the coat hanger in there. It's in shadow, but it's right in like that. I want to remove that bit of it. So I'll follow that up here to where the t-shirt shows again. And then let's just carefully follow along the edge of the t-shirt, right along in here. There we go. Now we're using this for a layer mask, which means that we can come back and adjust this later if we have any need to. I think we should be okay. Okay, here's that same coat hanger in shadow again. We'll come down the shadow part of that and follow around on this side and then go up around, back to the beginning point. Come down close to that, double click, and that takes care of that selection. Okay, that's now been taken out and we can use this selection. I want to save this. Let's go up here to select, come down to save selection. And this will be t-shirt and okay. And now I want to have the t-shirt and the coat hanger in a separate saved selection. So in this case, I want to add the coat hanger back into the selection. So I'll come back down to the add button right down here. And then starting right here, again, using the polygonal lasso tool. This is actually the hardest part of this whole project is the selection and especially around the hook up there. But if you take your time, it's okay. Now you can zoom in if you want to. It makes it a bit easier if you zoom in. Doesn't need to be absolutely perfect. It will look fine in the photograph when we're finished. And just work around and follow the shape of the coat hanger. Again, we're adding this into the selection. We're doing two steps in here, adding in the coat hanger and the hanger, and then taking out that bit in the middle where we're seeing the background through the coat hanger. It's a separate step. Okay, around like this, and then back around like that. Double click. That adds that to the selection. And this is the hardest part of the whole thing just because it's a very thin little bit of wire in here. So just take your time on this. And again, you can zoom in so that it's easier to see what you're doing. And it's working little short movements like this. Each time I move, I click. Now, when you're using this particular tool, don't click too fast or the whole selection will collapse on you. And then you have to start over again. And you don't want to do that. So make sure you give it a beat between each click, so you don't accidentally do a double click, which will cause it to collapse. Okay, just on around over here and work around the ball at the end like that. And then back around this side. Now, I occasionally get questions from people on what's better, using a mouse or using a pen or using a trackball or a trackpad, whatever, different ways of working with your pointing device in here. And personally, I prefer a mouse over anything else. Now, I use a gaming mouse, and that gives me a bit more precision. The mouse I use is only about $50, so it's relatively inexpensive mouse. Okay, double click, that adds in that bit. This now, just take out this. We'll change this over to subtract. And then again, we have that little bit of the bottom of the coat hanger showing in there. So kind of follow that back by eye to where it crosses with the shirt, kind of like that. And let's just take this up and around. Again, leaving that bottom shadowed part in. Back to the t-shirt. right here, and then come down and around along this back edge of the t-shirt. And right back to our beginning point in here. This is going to subtract that wall section. Okay, let's now save this selection. Select, save selection. Let's call this one coat hanger. So I know what it is, and choose save. Okay, we now have two saved selections. Control D to deselect that selection. Control 0 to fit in screen again. We can now begin working on the color in here. So I want to have two layers. We'll go ahead and make two new layers like that. Our first layer, this is going to be for the swatch. This is just a reference layer. If you don't have a color, just bring up your color picker and then find a nice color in here. Just go for a nice, maybe kind of a reddish thing like that. Maybe all the way to the bright red. That's pretty good. Nice bright red. Bring it down just a little bit. Most clothing color is a little bit on the duller side, so you don't want to go clear to the full saturation. Something like that. There's a nice red. And let's take our rectangular marquee tool. I'll just make a rectangle up here. Paint bucket and fill that. And Control D to deselect. There's our reference. Now, if you're choosing a color from a different picture, simply bring your picture into this as a different layer and use your eyedropper to choose a color from that picture. Let me show you that real fast. Here's a picture I was using for one of my gaming videos on my other channel. But if I wanted to make something that matched this mailbox over here, I'll just bring this layer in like that. Very small, but that's the way things are in gaming videos. Take the eyedropper tool, come down here where it says color picker and have this set at 3x3. And then choose the color you want to copy. Let's say this kind of nice basic pink in here. I'll just do that one. That sets that color as your foreground color. You can now hide that layer. We're done with that. Control 0. And then same thing. Let's come down here to our swatch. I'll make a swatch right in here. Like that. Paint bucket. And fill it with that color. So whether you're grabbing a new color or taking something from an existing picture, it's basically the same trick. The only thing to keep in mind is if you're working with the eyedropper, make sure you have your color picker at a 3x3 or 5x5. That gives you an average of the color so you don't accidentally pick an off color or a glitch or something. This will give you an average. Okay, now we have our red up here. I'll go ahead and go back to this red. Easy to do. Go back to the color picker, click on that. Click on your red swatch, choose OK. We're back to that red. We now need a selection up here that matches our t-shirt. So let's go up to this layer. We already have that made. And that's select, load selection, and that's our t-shirt selection right there. Let's load that in. There's the t-shirt selection. We already have our color in here. Let's grab our paint bucket, fill that with that paint. Control D to deselect. And we're then going to merge this into that layer behind. And the one I like using for this particular trick is the hard light. There we go. And depending upon your color, it may come in a little less contrasty or not. You can adjust that by increasing your contrast on your back layer. If you want to see more of the shadowing in there or more of the definition, that's easy to do. Let me show you that real quick. Come down to our bottom layer here, layer, adjustment layer, levels, use previous layer, choose OK, and then simply bring your sliders in like this on that background layer. Ignore the background itself, just look at just the image in here, and we can then come in and increase the contrast on that. If you want to have that shadowing in there, and that's up to you. There's without and here's with. That's a personal preference. I'll leave it off for this one though. And sometimes you may need just a little bit of a tweak. This is a really good color match at this point, as you can see. If you want to tweak it a little bit, some colors may need just a little bit of a tweak. And you do that again with a layer mask, new adjustment layer, and levels. Again, use previous layer, choose OK. And look at the dark side over here. We have these two solid bands. Let's pull the dark one just a little bit. That's usually all you ever have to do on these things, and you should be just fine. Okay, let's now get rid of our background. We can hide those swatches easily enough. That was just on that swatch layer. I want to hide the background. Come down here to our layer 0, up to select, come down to load selection, and then choose our coat hanger like that. And then simply hit the layer mask, hides the background. It's now doing a new white layer behind this. So go up in here someplace, doesn't matter which one you choose. Just make sure you're not on that indented layer here. New layer, pull it down underneath like that. Let's go over here, switch our colors to white in the foreground, paint bucket, and tap. And there we go. And again, at this point, you may want to come back in and bring back some of that shading in here that we did here with this levels control, and see our shading happening in there. There you go. It's that easy to do. You can do the exact same technique with any color that you want, and you can get a real nice recolor of your t-shirt matching your swatch. And there's our swatch again. That's real good match. Okay, and again, if you want to learn more about how to use Photoshop Elements, take a look at my complete training course. I'll put a link for that at the top of the description. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe. I'm doing new videos all the time, and I'll see you next time.